Venezuela knew the existence of oil before the Europeans or the Americans arrived. The very first oil industry was 1870s in the Alquitrán in the state of Táchira, where Venezuelans ran their own oil operation. They exploited it, they developed it. Having no infrastructure, they really couldn't promote it. And the lack of internal combustion engines meant that they couldn't really develop it. The oil was discovered profusely in 1922 in Cabimas, in La Rosa. It was run by, at that time, British and Dutch companies. Venezuela eventually nationalized its oil industry in 1975, taking effect in 1976. It was controlled by Venezuelans. It was run by Venezuelans, and it was fully compensated. The American companies and the Dutch companies and the American companies and the British were fully compensated, much above and beyond what they had already extracted out of the ground in huge amounts of profits. For ExxonMobil, for example, Standard Oil Company of New Jersey, Creole Petroleum was its most profitable subsidiary. It maintained that entire operation of Standard Oil, which is today ExxonMobil. What Chavez did in 2006 and 7 was to close the back door that was left open in Article 5 of the reform for nationalization in 1976, which had allowed other existing oil companies to proceed in Venezuela as partners and operating with PDVSA. He imposed on those companies the joint ventures, but they had to include PDVSA, which is the Venezuelan Petroleum Corporation. So Trump is utterly wrong, utterly lying when he says that the oil companies were stolen from the Americans. They were fully compensated. They had received compensation over and over and over, in addition to what they had extracted in profits out of Venezuela previously. But we go back to the old Juan Pablo Pérez Alfonso, the minister of the petroleum in Venezuela in the 1960s, that said oil is the excrement of the devil. And once again, Trump has proven that.